welcome to another episode of the Locker Room. You know what I'm saying? Back on the late night hype. So, of course, I decided to give my opinion on this situation. And we all know the situation that I'm talking about, a situation that brewing over the past couple of days in regards to, once again, DJ Vlad, basically a person letting them know how they feel about him, and then him um, basically, I guess, being so called upset about it and then trying to get the person fired. At the end of the day, I've been warning people about DJ Vlad. Now, I know people gonna ask me, what do I think of Bill making an appearance on this show? I'll get to that later on. But in case you guys don't know, DJ Vlad tried to play victim, and he got a reminder all day yesterday that he's not one of us. For years, this dude has exploited and profited off the black community. And of course, you always gonna have black people that's gonna slob on his knob and defend him, like the Whack 100s. And we already know what type of person Whack 100 is, you know, um, you know, you know, District Attorney Whack 100, you know, uh, informant allegedly. But I've always said this about this dude. I don't trust him. And guys like him then got way too comfortable thinking that they could speak on certain things pertaining to the black community. We don't want your opinion on reparations. And far too many times he's tried to diss prominent black people from, Dr. CB um, to Dr. Francis Wilson. He's blatantly tried to diss Farrakhan. And, he's one of these dudes now, he's from a certain community. So he tries to play that card a lot now due to the fact that now they're trying to pass in the federal laws. If you can prove that you're an anti, then you could be basically charged with a hate crime. Kind of funny that our so-called United States government makes laws that protects everybody but us. But then again, black people was always defending and wanting to stick their neck out for everybody else but other black people. The brainwashing is real. Willie Lynch is real. Jim Crow is real. Crabs in the barrel is real. Stockholm syndrome is real. But in case you guys don't know, basically what happened was he was speaking on the Kendrick Lamar Drake situation, which, by the way, Kendrick Lamar has been declared the unofficial winner by most polls. Sorry, Gilly the Kid. I know you tried to say that Drake won, but Gilly, I appreciate you doing an interview with me and a shout out, but I couldn't disagree with you more. Okay. K Dot took that. All right. So give K Dot his chain, his belt, his trophy, because K Dot took that. But nevertheless, he gave his opinion, and this college professor, I think her name is Morgan Jenkins or Jenkins. I have to admit, I don't know very much about the woman. And then I'm gonna talk about a side subject that pissed me off. That they're also starting to bring about, which I had to like go in on a lady for trying to do the black man don't protect black women thing. But nevertheless, she basically went in on DJ Vlad saying, hey, you need to mind your own business, this black folk stuff. So apparently he got upset and he was threatening to try to get her fired. Now, since then, since he got all the death threats and people was saying that they gonna pull up on him when they see him, he tried to walk it back and do the, oh man, I was just, I was just kidding. I was just trolling and all this kind of stuff. But then he went on Whack 100's Clubhouse crying, and then, Whack 100 was, massaging and stroking his ego and slobbing on his virtual knob. Some of the people that I do business with happen not to look like me. And that's done intentionally. But that's another video for another day, you know. But, Whack 100 was massaging him and stroking his ego. Oh, there, dear white culture vulture, you know. You know, Whack 100, he don't have no problem going in on brothers like Nipsey Hussle and Tupac, but then he want to sit up here and cape, for this, what I'm saying, this culture vulture. But it's expected because that's how black people are a lot of times. They are conditioned because of other conditions and brainwashing to basically forgive, quote unquote, their so-called master. Because a lot of black people see people like Vlad as their master, unfortunately, but he ain't my master. But like I said before, I've never liked this dude. I've always saw him as a culture vulture. And he has this infatuation with negativity in our community, always wanting to ask somebody about the streets and all this kind of stuff because he's infatuated with that. Now, every once in a while, he may have somebody that's not black talking about that type of environment, but for the most part, he makes most of his money off exploiting and asking questions he shouldn't have no business asking. He tries to get people to incriminate themselves, and then he tries to play the role of, oh, I don't be trying to get people to incriminate themselves. And I've seen several interviews where somebody will say something that they didn't have no business saying, and he'll say, wait, say that again. I've seen several interviews with this dude doing that. But he wants to play victim when people call him out and call him a culture vulture because he is a culture vulture. Like I said, black people's biggest problem is having these open conversations about people that don't look like us. It's not productive. A lot of people have these conversations so they can study us, learn us, and use it against us. Just like you see that cornball, fat lock talking to Steve Kim. And Steve Kim is a flat out racist. Flat out. Yeah, I said it. It is what it is. So, with that being said, just the dude trying to play victim because way too many times I've seen this dude instigate and try to start stuff among, in particularly, black men. Always inserting himself in something. Years of instigating, playing black people against each other. And then when somebody calls him out, he tries to play stupid. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Why do people have a problem with me? And then he pulls basically the weakest, you know what I'm saying, irrelevant, you know what I'm saying, like excuse or what you would call card that's supposed to provide him protection. Oh, I'm with a black woman. So what? Thomas Jefferson had several offsprings by his black slaves, and he didn't wife them up, and that did not mean he liked black people as a whole. So can we please stop it? But I've been saying this about that dude. He's a culture vulture, and he loves to exploit our community. Like I said, he done said way too many things that was out of pocket. You see what happened when he was talking reckless on Rick Ross. And the thing is, what tripped me out, I look at the fact that a lot of these dudes will go on his outlet knowing what type of person he is. And it's funny that guys like Godfrey and Lord Jamal finally saw what type of dude he is. But then you got DL Hughley sitting up talking about Shannon Sharp is messy, but then but DL Hughley is always going on his platform. Like I said, I don't have them conversations with outsiders because at the end of the day, they don't want to have conversations about their community. Do you think Mexicans are openly having conversations with black people about their community and how to better their community? Do you think Asians is having these town you know what I'm saying? These town halls have discussing their community? No, absolutely not. It's only black people who feel like they have to explain themselves to everybody. When we stop explaining ourselves to everybody, the better off we gonna be. We don't owe nobody that don't look like us an explanation on our mission statement. And I've been saying this for years. And it's just the honest to God truth. So I'm just keeping it a buck. Now, before I end this stream, I already know this is gonna come up because people been asking me about this. Give me 1 second. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, "Hey, Town, did you know Bill Haney was on DJ Vlad platform?" I just saw some of the interview like today. I watched it for about a minute and I turned that shit off because I decided I wasn't finna get this dude no views and I wasn't finna make him X amount of money. At the end of the day, Bill is a grown man. Bill is older than me. I wouldn't have did it, but I'm not gonna tell that dude who to talk to. But at the same time, you can't be mad at Bill, but talking to DJ Vlad when a lot of people from his own community have back on him for various reasons, saying, "Oh, he shouldn't be involved. He need to be quiet," and all this kind of stuff. And they don't care the fact that that Ryan Garcia tested positive for 2 banned substance on 2 different tests. So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna go in on Bill because, like I said, at the end of the day, he's a grown man. He can talk to whoever he want to. I wouldn't talk to DJ Vlad. I don't like that dude at all. That dude is dangerous, just like what Harvey said. He's dangerous. He's a culture vulture, and he tries to basically exploit us and try to get us to basically incriminate ourselves. This DJ Vlad is really a immigrant, and he moved around. That dude really ain't from the Bay. I know he went to Cal Berkeley, and that's about it. I bet you that dude couldn't tell you where none of the hoods is in the Bay. If you asked him, well, where's Seminary? Okay, where's MacArthur? Okay, where's the Eastmont Mall? Where did MB Mall used to be at? Like, no. Well, I've been saying this about this dude, but the fact that he tried to play victim, oh, why is everybody coming after me and threatening me? Because you was threatening to try to get the lady fired. And then he tried to backtrack it and say he was just trolling, but he kept saying, "Oh, I'm going to be talking to your establishment," and all that kind of stuff. So basically, he threatened to snitch. Look, listen, dude, you supposed to be part of this culture. And see what I mean? How many times have you heard people tell us? Now they do this on a regular basis. He's sitting up trying to get somebody fired. But then how many times have you heard people tell us when somebody disrespects us or offends us, "Oh, you guys are too sensitive. Oh, you guys are being too emotional." Okay, well, you know what, Vlad, you being too sensitive. You being too dude, you didn't make why would you care what she say? You didn't make millions of dollars exploiting my people and exploiting my community. So you should all of a sudden one comment, your feelings is hurt. You shouldn't even care, dude. You became a millionaire. You make like $4 million a year off that platform. You love bragging about how much money you make. So, you know what I'm saying? This dude always sticking his nose in people's business, just like he sit up there and have Faison Love on there talking about Shannon Sharp. That's what I mean. He always try to play black people against each other. And that's why I don't like that snowman. He been doing that for years. So that's my take on the situation. That's all I have to say about that dude. Now, before I close this video, I don't know much about this woman. So me basically defending her and taking up for her, I don't know if she's a black man hater, but people have kind of said that she kind of gives out that vibe because for some reason I was listening to Tariq Nasheed. And Tariq Nasheed said he reached out to her and he said that she has him blocked. So that's kind of interesting. But I decided to stand up for this lady because it's him. And then I had to go in on some lady who was talking that black men don't defend black women shit. And she pissed me off and I went in on her because I get tired of hearing that stuff. We are defending black women. Who you think is the people that's been saying, hey man, leave her alone. Take it on the chin. You've been doing this for years. So you bothered by one comment? How many times you hear people say, you're bothered by words? They love doing that. I hear this all the time. Oh, how could somebody be triggered by words? You need to have thick skin. You guys are too sensitive. So this is why I say from this point on, shut up. Don't come here with that BS. And we all know the community that he from, you can't say nothing about it. If you say something even remotely that is deemed offensive, they come after you. It may not even be offensive. You just say something and they come after you. Oh, you're an anti. Oh, you're an anti. So I just wanted to put that out there. But anyway, appreciate you guys. It's your boy Town. I'm out.